Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for P-Valley Season 1, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? You guys, so the show opens up with some nigga trying to make Mississippi feel bad for what she does. One of the many men who feel like it's their job to save these strippers, except he's the one that's degrading her, and all the other women in there basically ain't shit. Now Mercedes is hearing this, and I'm sure she's been there for 7 years. She done heard this before. So she's annoyed. She goes over there and is like, nigga, either give her the damn money or get the fuck up. Well, of course, there's a confrontation. If he don't respect Mississippi, he surely don't respect Mercedes. He throw the money on the ground. Okay, she was like, motherfucker, pick that shit up. He ain't picking it up. Well, you know who gonna make him pick it up is Diamond, because Diamond don't have much patience for this shit. He come rushing in. He said, listen, I don't repeat myself but one time. You better pick that fucking money up. Okay, when he act like he ain't gonna do it, Diamond got to choke him out a little bit, and then finally he complies. Kind of figured you would. And then we got to hustle him up out of there. Mercedes was like, fuck that nigga. If he feels like that, he shouldn't even be in here. And Mississippi says, well, maybe she shouldn't be up in here either. Yes, playing on Mississippi's conscience. Now we see Autumn. Autumn is pouring all of her alcohol in the tub. At first I thought she was pouring it down the drain. I was like, okay, I guess System decided that she got an alcohol problem. But no, that's not what she's doing. Okay, she's actually soaking the dollar bills in the tub. I'm sure it's diluted with water. I guess so that the money can have a smell that it would come from the strip club. Baby girl is smart. You starting to figure out what she did in her past life. It's apparent that she had money, and it's apparent that she knows what to do with this money. So yeah, she's soaking the money. She takes it to the bank. You know, she's playing the full-blown stripper role as the bank teller is sort of disgusted about it. But it's enough to throw the bank teller off the track and deposit her money. I'm telling you, I want to know what Autumn has done in her past life. Now, we see Mercedes girls. You can tell that Mercedes is proud of her girls. And damn it, she got to close on this sale of this property, you know, for her gym. So she's talking to the realtor. She tells the realtor that she's opening a gym. And the realtor was like, good, because these fat ass people out here need one. And Mercedes was like, no, not that kind of gym, you know, like for my dance team. The realtor, because she's not familiar with it or whatever, she's just semi-borderline hating. I was like, bitch, really? The lady was like, so where's this money coming from for these girls to be up in this gym? She said she gonna be charging $200 a person, you know, and they can come in there and she gonna sell this experience. Okay, if Mercedes can't do anything else, she knows how to sell whatever she needs to sell. The realtor still is skeptical. So now all of a sudden it's a big ass rush on this property. I was like, this half the reason why some black people can't get ahead, because you got other black people fucking putting themselves in the way between you and some progress. The woman was like, listen, Mercedes, you know, this is some hot property right here. It's a lot of people that want it. I'm gonna need the money by tomorrow night, which is fucked up because I was under the impression that it wasn't that big of a rush, and that this lady just felt like she wanted to give Mercedes a hard time. And then she gonna say, let me give you little words of wisdom, you know, make that 200, 250, because times is hard out here. I guess she just feels like she's trying to help Mercedes. But really, to me, I was annoyed by old girl. So, you know, that means that Mercedes got to get this $20,000 from her mama. She's in the car and she's singing her favorite gospel so much and so loud that one of the homeless people that's walking by, you know, gives her a quarter. And when she turned to go tell the homeless man that she don't need his quarter, all of a sudden she notices like a feather or something like right on her forehead. And I was like, what is that? Hell, I thought maybe Patrice had been ruffling around on some Downs pillows or something. So, you know, she was so captivated by this one little feather. I was like, what is that? Okay, turns out she is in the drive-through teller. And she's pulling out money from the bank. I'm assuming that this is Mercedes money, okay? The teller was like, you sure that you want to close the account? And, you know, Sister Patrice, she said it's a sign from God. So, yes, that's what she is doing. Okay, I guess she don't need the account if she's giving Mercedes her money's back, right? But anyway, down at the Pank, let's teach this bitch Autumn some damn pole moves. I guess I'm imagining that that's nothing that you can just pick up in the minute, especially if you got weak ass arms. I mean, fuck, I can't even do cartwheels no more. So anyway, Gidget is up there trying to teach Autumn how to do it. Autumn is like most people that's just getting up on the pole for the first time. You know, she clumsy, she falling off. She's not strong enough. She was like, fuck it, I can't do it. I don't have the upper body strength that you have. And Gidget just trying to tell her, give her some motivation. Like, it's all in the way that you trust the pole. And I was like, I trust that my big ass can't get up there. Anyway, Mississippi comes in and she was like, whose big ass hoopty is that out there? And Autumn said it was hers. And she was just like, oh, really, girl? You're not driving a Lexus? And Autumn was like, I gotta drive what I can afford. Anyways, the girls is trying to go to the Dollar General so that they can get ready for Mercedes' last dance. Okay, it's finna be lit. So they try to run out, before they can even ask Uncle Clifford to watch the baby. He was like, no, take that baby with you. Okay, sounded like somebody mama. Then he sees the three of them together and he was like, well, look at this. Okay, do we got a new trio going? And Mississippi was like, no, me and Gidget are a duo now. Salt and pepper. And he was like, hey, shake it, don't break it now. But anyway, he got to talk to September, October real fast. Come on in this office. So when Autumn leaves to go talk to Uncle Clifford, Mississippi tells Gidget that she overheard over there in the Paradise Room that they was trying to build a casino where the Pink was, all right, and that it was in danger of being closed. And Gidget was like, I don't think Uncle Clifford would let that happen. And she was like, look like he don't have too much of a choice. Now, Uncle Clifford tells September, October that Corbin stands to make about $6 million in this whole deal. And he ain't slated to get none of them $6 million. Autumn was like, don't you own this place? And he was like, yeah, of course I own it. But, he took a little money out on it before that he got to pay back. She was like, you behind? And he was like, I won't be behind for long. Because he's counting on Mercedes' big ass to bring in the money on her last dance. And Autumn was just like, look, she knows dudes like this in the past. They always win. You don't never come out on top. And they going to take this land from Uncle Clifford either way. Uncle Clifford was like, well, damn. Okay, I mean, I can take it, but I don't know if my booty hole can take this much. But he got an idea. Maybe you can do Uncle Clifford another favor. And she was just like, I'm not talking to that creepy ass nigga ever again. He got pictures of me on his computer. And Uncle Clifford was like, girl, your pussy ain't nothing special. He got pictures of me on his computer too. He ain't trying to creep on you, trust me. And speaking of Andre, we see him sitting with his goddaddy. And they talking to some white man on the computer. Dre is talking about how A1 the property is, and it's basically a done deal. Turns out the white guy is from Promised Land Equity. And Promised Land Equity seems to be the people that are buying this land so they can build this casino. Promised Land Equity was like, okay, looking like it's all gonna go well. Andre agrees, except there might be one problem. The owner found out about the sale. And even though he's at risk of losing the place anyway, how about we offer him some money that he can't refuse? And Promised Land was like, why the fuck would we be giving him money if he about to lose the place anyway? Okay, even the mayor was like, damn. I mean, are you really about to do this? I mean, you just that no good? And Promised Land was like, no, I don't mean it like that. But I guess Promised Land do mean it like that. Like, why the fuck would we even be wasting money to do this? Look, if everybody ain't on board, then Promised Land might have to take their money some damn where else. Now Mayor's like, well, don't get nasty. I'm sure we can work this whole thing out with the Pink. Give him a couple of weeks. And we'll be sure that everybody will be signed on the dotted line and the deal will be done. But when he get off the video chat with Promised Land, the mayor is mad at Andre. Like, why the fuck would you even tell him about the problems that's going on at the Pink? Andre was like, I know from experience that if you don't keep the investors, updated, shit can go left real fast. But mayor ain't taking that shit. The reason why the shit is going left is because your ass was up in the Pink with that damn Corbin. All right, and all them damn strippers all around you clouded your fucking thinking. Corbin is probably the one that told that thing about the deal. Yeah, he don't know that it was Andre's hot in the balls ass that had to get to him some damn Autumn that let the cat out of the bag. Mayor's like, listen, boy, stay your ass out of the Pink. You fucking up my legacy, so you need to sign that motherfucking Corbin Kyle by the end of this damn week. You hear me? And of course, Andre was like, yes, God daddy. And he was like, stay your dick up out of the Pink. Mercedes, baby girl is trying to reach her mama. She called her for the third time. Like, damn, I've been calling you. Like, where can I meet you so I can come pick up my check? Girl, well, Patrice do have the money. At least we know that part. Patrice don't answer the phone, of course. So she has to leave that on the voicemail. Then she just takes a chance and calls Terica, her daughter. And it's a voicemail. It's her mama on there saying that Terica's on punishment. Okay, that she can't talk for a couple of weeks. Call back then. You can hear Terica in the background protesting. Sounded just like my daddy. You doing too much. Now, where is Sister Patrice? Oh, honey, Sister Patrice is preaching. Oh, yes. Somehow she's made her way up into that pulpit. And just like Sister Patrice said, honey, she keeps the fire in brimstone. She knows how to keep the Holy Spirit running up and through that church, okay? Everybody is filled. Everybody is shouting. Everybody is up on their feet. So much so that the pastor and the rest of the members up there on the pulpit ain't really feeling this. I've been in the church so many years, you guys. I have seen this with my own eyes happen. You getting just a little bit too much power up in here. And you know he can't have that, especially as her being a woman. Okay, so while she's up there just praising him and all of that, you know, pastor jump up, tries to take the microphone from him. She even had to throw some scripture at him that basically said, yeah, you can lie and cheat and steal, but this woman's still gonna be the one to do what she gotta do. And that's me just giving it to you on the layman's terms. So the spirit is running high up in there, right? Pastor's so disgusted, you know, after she finished hooping and hollering, you know, he rushed her to the back. What do you think you doing? And she was like, oh, didn't you tell me that you was gonna try me out in the pulpit? Or was that something that you tell all your church hoes? He was like, don't you blaspheme up in here. She was like, nigga, you ain't no good. Never been no good. Never will be any good. I was like, okay, at least mama's woke. Okay, not blinded by this good looking ass pastor. She know that this church loves her, just like she said. And that old hating ass pastor was like, look, either you gonna stay in your lane or you gonna find yourself another church. Is that better? I'm trying to get the lighting in here together. The sun is coming up, y'all. It's early. So back at the club anyway, you guys, we see Mercedes. Some guy is trying to give her some jewelry. And it's more that where this came from. You know, all she got to do is agree to be with him, basically, you know. So she pick up her hair and he put on a nameplate that say Mercedes. And, you know, it's all diamonds and glittery and all of this. Back in the stripper room, the mood is kind of low. Uncle Clifford is trying to, you know, get him motivated and tell him, you know, that Mercedes' last dance is going to be on and popping. Up until then, y'all just keep making sure you do your monkey drops. And Gidget was like, well, how many monkey drops we got to do to keep this place from shutting down? And he was like, who told you that? And of course, everybody was like, yeah, who said that? Who told you that? Sounded like Portia and them on Real Housewives. They're like, who said that? Mississippi said, well, I heard it in the Paradise Room. Uncle Clifford was like, you need to mind your own goddamn business. It's just lies and it's just gossip. Ain't no truth to that. And Mercedes come in and she's looking around. She's like, what's the matter with y'all? They was like, did you know that the Pink was about to shut down? Uncle Clifford just a little behind. It ain't nothing serious. They was like, so you knew? And she was looking around like, oh, shit. Was I not supposed to say anything? Uncle Clifford was like, enough of this. Y'all going out there, okay? Hooch on. Mississippi and Gidget are mad at Mercedes. Like, you knew all this shit was going on. You wouldn't say nothing. Mercedes was like, listen, bitch, don't even come at me with this because I done already told y'all to stack y'all fucking paper. Mississippi, why you been out here having all these fucking kids and you and Gidget been running around here eating good and buying bags and shit? I've been stacking my fucking money. I got my damn gym. Mercedes is out. So Gidget was like, oh, so we not good enough? The club not good enough for you no more? Okay, the club is good enough for me. And Mercedes looked at her and she said, girl, you can ask your mammy. All right? You can't strip forever. And somewhere along the lines, that hurt Gidget's feelings. I'm not sure. I guess her mama used to be a stripper and she got played out and, you know, drugged out and all of that. You can imagine that story. Gidget's feelings is hurt. And she rushed out the room and Mississippi was like, that shit was low. I guess we'll find out more of Gidget's story later. Now we see Autumn. She doing Clifford one more solid. All right, she goes to Andre's place. And when he's walking to his hotel room, she's like, Andre. And he was like, you know what? Fuck you. Okay, because of you, everything that I've been working on is falling apart. She said, you right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. But the people needed to know what was going on, you know, in their own fucking backyard. They was getting screwed over. And he was like, that absolutely cannot get out. Well, the shit is already out, Andre. We just don't know how bad it is yet. He was like, I can't figure out why you so damn mad anyway, Andre. Okay, weren't you the one that was saying that you was going to help save this town? And he was like, this town can't be saved. Okay, the only thing he was hoping to do was just to make shit a little bit better around here. Nothing's gonna turn this damn town around, basically. And now he feel like he done jeopardized everything that he been working on hard for some damn stripper. She was like, I'd rather be a stripper than being some old hypocritical ass nigga that, wants to save his old Captain Save-A-Ho, right? That's who you are? He was like, listen, Haley, go back and take care of your fucking kid instead of trying to be some thought-ass bitch ready to finesse some old thirsty-ass nigga. Well, of course, the mention of her child is not gonna help nothing. That's the trigger that sets her off. All of a sudden, she starts crying, fuck you, Andre, fuck you, Andre. She's beating him on the chest and everything, and now all of a sudden, he got to hug her to calm her down. I was like, what is going on with the two of you guys? Next thing we know, she in his hotel room waking up in the bed. But at least he not in the bed with her. He's sitting across from her. When she wake up, he was like, you want some coffee? And she was like, you didn't want to get in the bed with my crazy ass? Nope. Anyway, Andre said that he was thinking about everything that happened. She tells him that her child is gone. She tells him, that the scars really are more like open wounds. She ain't really got over this yet. Okay, so that's the reason why she's just a little bit more volatile than he's used to. But anyway, that's all we get. And next thing you know, she getting up and she leaves. When he tries to reach out for her, she tells him that his wife is lucky. All right. And she walks on out the door. But next we see Miss Autumn. She got a regular old thing going on with this transfer, these $9,000. So now we are realizing that in Autumn's past life, girl had money. Either she had money or she had access to money. Not quite sure if this might be the boyfriends or the husbands or the fiance or whoever he was. We're not sure if it was his money or if it was her money, but she is steadily transferring $9,000, $9,000. And there must be a reason why it's $9,000 and not more. I guess there's a certain amount that will not alert people when you making these constant, withdrawals. But yeah, y'all, she's stacking her paper. She moving that money over for sure. I said, shit, Uncle Clifford is treating Autumn crazy. He don't know that he got a damn gold mine right there. She could be the one to save his ass. We finally get to the moment. We hear Uncle Clifford on the mic. Okay, tonight's the night. Mercedes gonna go ham on that pole. So get your motherfucking chips ready because we breaking all the rules tonight. So everybody in the town is coming, right? We even got Lil Murda, his crew. We get a repeat of the other night. They walk up to the front of the line and Diamond was like, you better get your motherfucking ass to that back of the line. And, Lil Murda was like, no, we VIP up in here tonight. And right when Diamond, he ain't got much patience. Right when he about to handle Lil Murda, then out comes Uncle Clifford. Oh, no, he all right. Okay, he come on in. And Diamond just look at Uncle Clifford. And when they walk in, Uncle Clifford give him another, like, it's all right. Okay, Diamond already know how this goes. You could tell he's protective of everybody in the club, so he probably feels like there's some down low shit and Uncle Clifford gonna get hurt in the long run anyway. But whatever, Mercedes still trying to find her mama. She calling, mama ain't answering. Then she get a text message from the realtor and says, no, she gonna need this damn money by midnight because everybody is wanting this place. I was like, now what kind of business practices is Miss Realtor doing anyway? I mean, for real? We supposed to be meeting people at midnight and shit for... I was like, oh, bitch. Mercedes like, fuck. Okay, nerves is bad because, she need this $20,000 plus she got this damn pole thing that she's supposed to be doing tonight, all of this. So she goes back into the stripper room, where everybody get ready and, Gidget is all cold to her, don't really say nothing to her, and the rest of the girls are kind of looking damper and everything. She was like, well, fuck, what's the problem? Okay, there's one more thing she got to worry about, but when she goes to her locker and opens it up, they done decorated the locker and put pictures of them over the years, all of the things that they've been through together and made it real pretty. This is the stuff I'm assuming that they got from Dollar General. And then when she turns around, she was like, who did this to my locker? And all the girls are standing there and they have a present for her. It's her last stripper dance outfit. It's complete with the rhinestones, the big ass heels, Mercedes has a body to die for, okay? And it's not one of them enhanced looking bodies. It's just a body that just has done well for itself. When she gets dressed, Gidget still got an attitude. But Mississippi, she sits down with Mercedes. She tells her that maybe she was right. Okay, they didn't do right with their money, but she don't know how to be any other way. She not strong like Mercedes is. She just pretty. I was like, oh, Mississippi, but you are strong, girl. You gotta be strong to be a stripper. Now, Lil Murda, Of course, he's trying to get Never Scared to play his music, and he's like, fuck no, I'm not doing that again. Did that before. I'm definitely not doing that shit on Mercedes' Last Dance. You gonna have to handle that basically with Mercedes. If she say it's cool, then it's fine. Never Scared to play, but otherwise, no, he not doing this. So Mercedes comes out, you know, she's all melancholy, just kind of looking around like, damn, this is it. I've been here 7 years, you know. And she's walking around, she's looking, and then she spots Maine over there. He over there in VIP. She walks up to him like he said, I told you I wasn't going to miss it for the world, you know. And she's happy that he's there. All right. Well, things is going real well until Murda tries to walk up to her. You know, he rushing up a little too fast for Maine's taste. So he jump up like, nigga, what's wrong with you? And she was like, wait a minute. It's okay. Like, you know, Murda, speak your piece. And he just want to talk to her about the music, basically. But Maine was like, you don't even get to talk to her like that. Nigga crazy. I said, see right there, Mercedes. You don't even know that Murda probably just saved your life. Don't nobody need no nigga that's extra, you know. He was all like, you can't talk to Mercedes and all that. I was like, yeah, we don't need this kind of drama in our lives, Mercedes. Push it on, move it on along. But Murda ain't trying to fight with this nigga, okay? So he leave it alone. He go sit back down with his boy. His boy mad though. You're not gonna just front on a nigga like that at the damn club. You know, he ain't feeling that. So he wanna go over there and say something. Murda was like, chill, don't even go over there. It's fine. His boy was like, I don't like him treating us like we some kind of punk. And Murda was like, I'm not no punk. You ain't gotta worry about it. Well, why his friends say under his breath, well, that's the word on the street that everybody's punk. I said, uh-oh. Now, you know you can't say no shit like that to Lil Murda, and a beatdown don't come your way. So, of course, Lil Murda gets up and just beats the hell out of him. You know, you dead to me. Makes this big-ass scene in the pink. I said, oh, you feel a little bit exposed, huh, Lil Murda? Murda and his boy get thrown out. But I said, oh, Lil Murda. Look like the word is out. Now we see Mercedes. She go in there to Big L, and she got something for him, and it's the necklace from the coach. Go on and cash that out and put that with the money that y'all owe. And then she walked over to Uncle Clifford, and he was like, so this your last time, you know, coming up in this office? And she was just like, you want me to stay longer? I think she kind of wanted him to say yes, but you know Uncle Clifford is not going to do that to Mercedes. He says, honey, turn around. Okay, and she turns around. He said, that's the only way I want to remember your ass. Okay, basically walking away. So when she's walking out, she gets a call from her mama. Sister Patrice is out there somewhere. I thought she was in the parking lot at the club, but she wasn't. Mercedes was like, don't come to the club. Okay, meet me down at the Kroger. Mercedes, girl, you got this dance to do, and you got to be fucking around with Sister Patrice. You already know this about to be a mess. So she goes, rushes, and drives up to the spot. And here come the realtor. This bitch done already gave it to somebody else. I'm sorry. Somebody else already took the place. Remember, I told you that this place was hot. And Mercedes was like, no. I already told you. I'm about to give you the money now. My mother's on the way here, and she gonna give me the money so I can give it to you for the down payment. She was like, it's already done. You know, somebody already paid me for the spot. And then out walks Sister Patrice. I said, girl, I know good damn well you ain't just stole this girl's place. You know, she come walking out all pleased with herself. Mercedes was like, mama, what's going on here? And the realtor says, oh, is that your mama? She said, oh, Lord. And she just get in her car and go. Okay, now you already know that bitch don't know how to take care of no business. So when Mercedes was like, okay, mama, so what? Did you already give her the money? Like, you paid for it already for me? And she was like, no. She was like, well, where's my money at? You know, Mercedes is still not even putting two and two together. I said, girl, she done stole your fucking place, girl. Mama was like, listen, earlier today, she had a feather. It was on her head, hit her like a ton of bricks. It was a sign from God that this place was the place of her future church. I said, girl, no, did you really do this? This is your daughter's dream. Your daughter came and told you she was working hard, but he's saving her money, $20,000 over these 7 years. And you mean to tell me you done not only have you spent her money, but you took her place and spent her money on it? Child. Y'all know I love mamas and everything, but I was like, beat her ass, Mercedes. And that's exactly what she doing. Y'all know what I tell you about the stripper fights, right? Them strippers fight to the death. I said her mama about to get fucked up. Dude was on in that parking lot. Now back at the club, people is waiting. They done made this big old push and all the PR and publicity and all the advertisement and everything around the city. And you mean to tell me Mercedes ain't here? People have been waiting for a fucking hour. They all like, we want Mercedes. We want Mercedes. After he tried to calm the crowd down, he was like, where is she? They were like, we've been calling. She's not answering. Gidget was like, something bad happened. I know. So she get to crying and he was like, girl, if you don't stop them white girl tears, the show must go on. All right. So who out here want to get out there and do this dance? Well, ain't nobody really trying to take that heat. Okay, that pressure. People expect a Mercedes and now they got to go out there. Okay, Gidget ain't doing it. Uncle Clifford was like, fuck, I guess I got to do it myself. In my little titties and my big ass, I don't know. But he was looking through the clothes like maybe he was going to do it. And then Mississippi said, I'll do it. And I said, okay, Mississippi. Yes, girl, you got the talent. You a beautiful girl. You got a beautiful body. You strong as fuck on that pole, too. Okay, this might be the moment that you was waiting for. Come on and do it, Mercedes. So Uncle Clifford go back out there and he get on the stage. He says, okay, listen, Mercedes ain't dancing tonight. Everybody's like, what? People's like, boo, mad and all of this. He was like, but I got something else for you tonight. M-I to the motherfucking crooked letter I. He spells out the name. And I was like, come on, Mississippi girl, you could do this. When Mississippi come out, okay, and she touched that pole, then Never Scared plays Lil Murda's music. Everybody's enjoying it. Some shit that they can twerk to. Mississippi gets up on the pole. She's working it out. Uncle Clifford is listening. And then when he hears Lil Murda's voice on the song, he was like, ain't this about a bitch? That boy finally got a hit up in here. And Lil Murda, who done got thrown out the fucking club, okay, sitting outside, still, licking his wounds, upset about what his boy said. He hears music playing. He's like, yeah. Okay, he don't know Mercedes ain't in there. He is like, yeah, Mercedes, bless my track. That's all he wanted. That's all he was trying to do. Here come Uncle Clifford. And when Lil Murda looked up at him, he said, that shit was about you. And Uncle Clifford was like, that wasn't about me. And he said, yes, it was. Okay. And he says, well, if it was about me, then prove it. I said, oh, what's about to happen? Let me tell you something. They go into that room. It's all dark with, lights and shit. I was like, oh, what? Now, we not just about to do this in this office after all this shit done happened tonight, right? You guys, they get in there as soon as they close that door. That Uncle Clifford turned around and he was kissing Lil Murda all in the face, all in the mouth and everything. I was like, oh. And child, let me tell you something. I ain't never been into really gay sex. I've never liked to see men have sex or anything not because it's a man on man. I don't care about that, but it's always been something uncomfortable because I don't like anal sex. So I don't like to look at things that I don't like to do. But child, something about the cinematography of that scene, I was just like, this is kind of hot, child. It was nothing like the Shonda Rhimes scenes that I've seen in the past. Shit. Shonda Rhimes scenes, they was always real rough. And I knew they was men and shit, but I was like, can't nobody get sensual up in this motherfucker? Everybody got to be thrown against the wall and thrown on the bed and all. Is there some love making up in this bitch? So listen, child, I never thought I would have said this, but yeah, that was a scene for that ass, wasn't it? That literally. Child, they got to doing it up in there. Well, first, before they got started, Uncle Cliff was like, you're not fixing to just dive all up in this. We got to be responsible, even though we having a good ass time. So Lil Murda puts his condom on, and child, they do it in there. And I said, oh. And at the same time, they flashing back and forth between Mississippi on that pole. And child, it was just like a choreographed dance. Her up on that pole, everybody mesmerized. She was definitely in the zone. She was feeling it. She get down off that pole. She down on the ground. She doing her butt. One back and forth and back and she was feeling herself. Everybody was feeling her. She had probably the performance of her career. Okay. And you can tell that we've turned the page for Mississippi in some kind of way. She's feeling it. We've also turned the page for Uncle Clifford and Lil Murda. Okay, something in their relationship just clicked. I believe that Lil Murda actually cares for Uncle Clifford more than he probably would like to admit, and vice versa. So yeah, y'all. I loved the scene. That's all I can say. And lastly, y'all, we see back at the gym/church, the police are there, and we hear the dispatcher say that they have 2 black females in custody. We see Mercedes, she's in one car. She's looking back because her mama is getting put in another car. All right. And she is just so disgusted with her mother. I said, Mercedes, girl, I know. Child, this ain't what mamas are supposed to do to us. I was so disgusted for her. And when that cop car pulled off, girl, I guess you will be back at the pink. Anyway, you guys, let me get off of here. I still got to do the shy. Anyway, I got to do the shy. And you guys told me that there was a second Real Housewives of Potomac. I guess I will review that tomorrow. Like, this is Tuesday. I'm just about to leave Savannah, and I'm trying to get this done and at least get this video up to you guys before I hit the road. So that is what's going on right now. So you guys will look for the shy to be on later, possibly today, and then which is Tuesday, and then tomorrow will be Greenleaf. Okay, all right. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.